it's time to request our chief guest, Professor Debabrata Das, to give the address. Professor Debabrata Das is serving as the director of IIIT Bangalore. Before he joined IIIT Bangalore in 2002, he had served as at the GS Sanyal School of Telecommunication at IIT Kharagpur, and later at Kirana Networks in New Jersey, USA. He is the project officer of the project under National Mission for Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems in the areas of advanced communication system from DST, Government of India. He is also the project investigator for a project from Tejas Networks on network node reliability. He was a project investigator of multiple DST sponsored projects and also industry sponsored projects from companies like Intel, Hewlett Packard, Microsoft, Motorola, Nokia, and also he has done his work mostly on the areas of broadband, wireless, Mac, QoS, energy saving, etc. His main areas of research interest are in the area of IoT, 5G, and wireless area networks, Mac, and QoS and power saving devices. Dr. Das has received his PhD degree from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. He has more than 190 plus peer-reviewed papers in different transactions and journals and international conferences. He has received 6 Best Paper Awards. He has 3 US or Indian patents and 12 more are under review. He and his wireless network team had contributed ideas to the IEEE wireless broadband standard. He has received Professor K. Srinivasan Memorial Award in the year 2017 for excellent teaching in areas of telecommunication from IETE. He is also a recipient of IEEE Region 10 Outstanding Volunteer Award 2020, Global IEEE MGA Achievement Award 2012, and Outstanding Volunteer IEEE Bangalore Section Award in 2008. He is a fellow IETN as well as fellow IE and SM senior member IEEE. He was also chairman of IEEE Bangalore Section 2017, and Dr. Das is a technical steering is in a technical steering and empowering committee member of multiple departments in the Government of India and Government of Karnataka. Thank you, sir. We are privileged to have you here. We request you to address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone in this international conference on PKI and applications. And my sincere thanks to Dr. Sudarshan and Dr. Balaji for the invitation. I also want to thank our CCA team who has been working closely with CDAC and MEITI for this, and medicinal secretary, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and also want to thank CCS Mr. Arvind Kumar and Mr. Assis Banti here, and Dr. Shaundra Pandey, and Mr. Saumuddin Khan, who has been attending all those meetings of these PKIs and taking India ahead in these important things. And before I go to the next step, my regards to the respected Professor Veni Madhav sir. Sir, my regards to you. And so Professor Sham Sundar here, my regards to you, sir. And also Dr. Anand Mohan, sir, he's there. He's my regards to you, Dr. Anand Mohan. And we missed you here, but your presence through virtual means a lot. And my heartfelt thanks to my IEEE Computer Society and IEEE Bangalore section, Dr. Prashant Mishra, and also Mr. Bindu Madhav, who belongs to CDAC, but he is being the backbone and the pillar for all IEEE supports for this kind of conference. And Mr. Anil Jain from NIXI, so nice of you, sir, for coming with your busy schedule and talking to us, of our participants. And thanks to CDAC, CCA, and other dignitaries, and also attendees and speakers, as well as panelists, to make this PKI International Conference lively with discussions. It is an interesting area, and particularly the next generations which have been sitting at here, all of them has been participated with respect to the papers and also as an attendee. And it is interesting to see the physical presence are 155 in this conference, and virtual participation is 450. It's a pretty big number. A big thanks to all this organizing committee to bringing in such an important area and the conference, and let us give an applause to them. These kind of platforms with such a big numbers, one thing is clear, that these keynote speakers, two keynote speakers, of course I heard Dr. Jaideep Vaidya's excellent talk now, and other keynote speakers, and also the 5 invited talks and the 15 papers definitely flow the knowledge to these among themselves, and this platform brought in the discussions, and thank you for that, these organizations. And let me come to those areas which you have been dealt with in this conference. Is called PKI and IoT, PKI ecosystems, diverse applications of PKI, algorithms implementations, and security analysis and validations. And I'm sure all this learned from these panel discussions. Just now, Professor Veni Madhav sir just was leading that, and by eminent scientists who also the panelists spoke about it. It's very interesting to see the crossroad between the classical electronics-based security and the upcoming quantum, and the beautiful arguments all the panelists gave and the nice questions from the audience. This shows that, which one of the panelists was telling, that if I go back to 1960s or 50s, the electronics was at that state when people were imagining that what will happen. But if you look at now, the electronics computations and the memory and the algorithms and advent of AI, ML, and TL is changing the security world. But now the quantum is at the same stage with the qubits, and I'm sure what the panelist was telling that 1 million of the qubits will be possible by 2025-26. Then the rest will be the history to watch for. But let me tell you, very interesting point. We are all doing the research, or the people who are doing the research, they are in one plane and one world much ahead. But the reality in the security is in a different plane. In the sense, these software developers, if you look at, they go to the open source and pick up the snippets of the softwares when they develop the products. And most of the times, they don't check the security concerns with how much required to make your product more secure. So the reality of the world in the software side, which is mainly we are dealing with, of course the hardware one, I was also listening to some of those panelists like side channel attacks and all. But the reality, the truth is that our young generations who are all the generations, so whoever is developing, the awareness of the security has to come to every one of us to make the things more secure. So in that sense, all those people I see, they pick up from the open source like GitHub and all the snippets of the softwares to build their products, has to be extremely careful, and also to understand that what to be taken and what not to be taken, and before putting it, how to check that. I also think that CCA, CDAC, and METI will continue this conference to build the learning to solve challenging problems in these areas of security, privacy, and leading to a trust. So thank you again, and Dr. Balaji and Dr. Sudarshan and the CCA team, and for inviting me for this conference. I have been involved in this for a long time, and I'm looking forward to continue this conference for betterment of more secure transactions. Thank you again.